Lesson 4.7 is called Divide Using Repeated Subtraction. Our essential question is, how can you use repeated subtraction and multiples to find quotients? Make sure you write down our essential question in your notes. Let's look at our first problem. We have Miss Juarez has 72 stickers. She would like to put them into piles of 6 to give to her top students. If she arranges her stickers into piles of 6, how many piles will she have? Well, I can figure out this problem using repeated subtraction. Just like in multiplication we use repeated addition, we can use repeated subtraction to divide. Now let's use repeated subtraction to solve this problem. Well, I know that I have 72 stickers and I want to make piles of 6s with these stickers. So I'm going to subtract 6 from my 72, and every time I subtract 6, I'm going to be making a pile of 6. So I'm going to start with 72 and I'm going to subtract my 6 from it. And when I subtract 72 minus 6, I'm going to get 66. And I just made one pile, but I still have stickers left. So I'm going to keep subtracting 6 until I have no more stickers left, and then I'll see how many piles I have. So 66 minus 6 is 60. There's another pile. 60 minus 6 is 54. Made another one. 54 minus 6 is 48. I still have stickers left, so I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep making piles. 48 minus 6 is 42. There's another one. 42 minus 6 is 36. I'm going to come up here to finish subtracting. 36 minus 6 is 30. There's another pile. 30 minus 6 is 24. I still have stickers left. I'm going to keep going. 24 minus 6 is 18. 18 minus 6 is 12. Do I still have stickers left? Yep, I have 12 stickers left to put in a pile. 12 minus 6 is 6. And I still have stickers left. 6 stickers left. So I'm going to subtract 6 from 6. And that leaves me with no more stickers left. So I put all of my stickers into piles of 6. And now all I have to do is count how many piles I have. Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I know that I have 12 piles of stickers. So 72 divided by 6 is 12. And I got there using repeated subtraction. But that kind of took me a long time to subtract 6 from a big number like 72. So I'm going to show you a little quicker way to figure this out. So here's our same problem, 72 divided by 6. So I'm still going to use subtraction to figure it out, but I'm going to think, what would happen if I subtracted multiples of 6 and instead of just 6 each time? So if I'm thinking, I know that 6 times 5, and that's 30, and 30 is a multiple of 6. Could I subtract my multiple of 6, 30, from 72? I could, so I'm going to take my 72 subtracted by 30, that's my multiple of 6, and that is 42. And I got there by subtracting, or by multiplying my 5. So 6 times 5 is 30. So I made 5 groups over here to the side. So I have 42 left, 42 stickers left. Could I still subtract a group of 30? I could. So I'm going to subtract another group of 30, and that's another 5 groups, because 6 times 5 was 30, and that's going to leave me with 12 stickers left. Wow, I got to a smaller number a lot faster, didn't I, than the last time. So now I can just subtract my multiples, or my groups of 6 now. So I have 12, and I'm going to subtract 6. And that's one pile. Every time I subtract 6, it's 1. And then that leaves me with 6. And then I still have 6 stickers left that I could subtract. And that's another pile. And now I have 0 stickers left. So now all I need to do is come out to the side here and see how many piles I made. Well, 5, 10, 11, 12. So I still made 12 piles. I just got there quicker by subtracting multiples of 6 instead of just groups of 6 all the time. But there's an even faster way to get to my answer, and I bet that you were thinking of it too. So I'm going to show you the even faster way to find out 72 divided by 6. Now I still have 72 divided by 6. Now I'm going to do a little quicker way of using repeated subtraction. I'm just going to subtract a bigger multiple of 6. Well, I know that 6 times 10 is 60. So that is a big multiple of 6. So I can subtract my 72, I can subtract 60 from it. That's a big multiple of 6. And when I did that, I had to multiply my 10 by my 6 to get 60. So that's 10 groups. Well, 72 minus 60 is 12. And now I have 12 stickers left. But I also know that 12 is a multiple of 6. So 12 minus 12, well, 6 times 2 was 12. So that's how I got to my group of 12. And then now I have 0 stickers left. So I used my multiples, and I got there a lot faster, and I used bigger multiples that time. So now I know that there's 10 groups over here. 10 plus 2 is 12 stickers. I still got my same answer, I just got there a little faster. All the ways that I showed you how to divide were all using repeated subtraction. This one was just the quicker way to get to your answer by subtracting bigger multiples of the number. Okay, let's practice. Now, for this problem, I have 84 divided by 7. I want you to draw a chart for me, and this side is going to be our subtract side, and this is where we're going to record. Now, you don't have to write this down every time, but just for right now, so you know, we're going to subtract on this side and then record on this side. So I have my 84, and I'm going to start off with my 84 over here, and this is where I'm going to subtract. Now I have divided by 7, so I'm going to think, what's my biggest multiple that I know? Well, 7 times 10 is 70, so I'm going to subtract a group of 70 over here, and that was one group of 10. Because 7 times 10, it was 70, and that leaves me with 14. Now, I can keep going because my 14 is bigger than 7, and I can still make a group of 7. So I know that, I'm going to think of my multiples, I know that 7 times 2 is 14, so I'm going to subtract a group of 14, and that was 2 groups of 7. 7 times 2 is 14. And that leaves me with 0 stickers left over. So I got there a lot faster this time by multiplying big groups of 7. So now I have to just add up my record side over here. So I have 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. So I know that 84 divided by 7 is 12. Now I can check this by using multiplication. All that I need to do is multiply my 12, that's my answer, so I'm going to come and check. 12 times my 7, which was my divisor, and when I do that, and I regroup over here, 1 times 7 is 7, plus 1 is 8. I should get my dividend, and that tells me that I'm right, that I know that this 12 was my answer. So you can check your division by using multiplication. Let's try another one. I have 91 divided by 8. So first step is I'm going to make my chart. And I'm going to come over here and take my 91. Now when I think I have to subtract multiples of 8, and I know my biggest multiple is going to be 8 times 10, which is 80. That's the one that I'm going to choose to do because it's the biggest. And that was group of 10, because 8 times 10 is 80. Well, when I subtract, I get 11. Now, I still can take, if my divisor is 8 and what I have left is 11, I can still take a group of 8 away from 11. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to subtract 8, and that's one group of 8. And when I do that, 11 minus 8 is 3. So can I take a group of 8 from 3? I can't. So 3 is going to be my remainder. So I have 10, 11. So my answer is 11, and then with a remainder of 3. And I can check this with multiplication. So I'm going to take my 11 times my 8. And that gives me 88. Well, 88 plus 3, don't forget that remainder, is 91. So that is definitely it. I got my 91 over here. So I know that my 11 remainder of 3 was the right answer. Another way to divide by repeated subtraction is to use a number line. So what you're going to do is you're going to count back by 4s from 52 to find 52 divided by 4. So you're going to draw a number line, and you'll have 0 on one end, and then your dividend, which is 52, on the other end. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to count back by 4s each time. And then we're going to write down what we get whenever we subtract 4 each time. So what I'm going to do is I have 52, and 52 minus 4, if I go back 4, is going to be 48. So I just write that down there. And then 48 minus 4 is 44. And then 44 minus 4 is 40. And I'm just counting back by 4s. I'm just subtracting 4s and just writing it down. And then we have 36. 36 minus 4 is 32. And 32 minus 4 is 28. So if I would have kept going, I would have come to my 0 where I ran out of groups of 4 to subtract. So now it says how many equal groups of 4 did you subtract from 52? So now all I have to do is just count my jumps. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I subtracted 13 equal groups of 4. And that's another way that you could do repeated subtraction to find your quotient. So now we have 65 divided by 5. And it says I want you to draw a number line to divide. So I want you to draw your number line. And we should have 0 on this end. And then we're going to have our 65, that's our big number over here, our dividend, on this end. And you're just going to subtract 5 each time. So I want you to pause the video and work this out. I'll do a few with you to start. So we have 65 minus 5 is going to be 60. And then minus another 5 is going to be 55. So pause it right here and finish the number line and see what your answer is. All right, let's check our answer. So this is what our number line should have looked like. And if I count up all my jumps, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I should have gotten 13. So that is my answer. 65 divided by 5 is 13. So this is just another way to do your repeated subtraction. If you don't feel comfortable with the first way I showed you, you could always draw a number line and count back by your divisor to get your answer. Here are your homework problems for tonight. Question 1. An architect designed the school auditorium. There are 84 seats in section A. Each row has 6 seats. How many rows of seats are there? So I know that there's going to be 84 seats. and then divided by our 6 seats in each row. So that's going to help me get to my answer. And you can use repeated subtraction or your number line to figure that out. And then down here, our 78 divided by 6 is our question 2. And you can use repeated subtraction or the number line to help you figure out that answer. And when you get done with those problems, make sure that you're assessing yourself. Are you a novice, an apprentice, a level 3 practitioner, a level 4 an expert? So here are your homework problems again. Do your very best, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.